Hollywood movie executives would reject it. The 2014 Premier League season is nearing its end, and Leicester City, from the East Midlands of England, are fighting to avoid relegation. It's week 24, and defeat by Crystal Palace sees the Foxes rooted at the bottom of the table with a mere 17 points. Under pressure, manager Nigel Pearson has capped off a miserable evening with a bizarre on-field altercation with Palace midfielder James McArthur.
Well, Ian, have you been on holiday for 6 months? You don't know the answers to that question, and I think you are an ostrich. Well, your head must be in the sand.
Yet despite all this, the Foxes somehow summon enough cunning to save themselves from relegation, with a remarkable run of 24 points from their 14 remaining games. Pearson eventually left the club last summer against a nasty backdrop of his son James being caught up in a sex scandal on a pre-season tour of Thailand. He was replaced by Claudio Ranieri, the Tinkerman, freshly sacked after a disastrous spell in charge of Greece. Then something happened.
Headline goal again for Jamie Vardy! The Leicester gift that keeps on giving!
Bolstered by a few cut-price signings like Christian Fuchs, N'Golo Kante and Shinji Okazaki, but with largely the same squad that had fought relegation last season, the Foxes came out firing. An opening day 4-2 victory over Sunderland was a sign of things to come. Jamie Vardy, who had risen from England's 5th tier, and bargain basement Riyad Mahrez have led an improbable charge up the Premier League that could end with the most unlikely league title winners in football history. Little Leicester have confounded bookmakers, pundits and naysayers alike, with swashbuckling, counter-attacking that has embarrassed the bourgeois of the Premier League. Manchester City's cash-laden superstars were humbled in their own backyard by a Leicester team that cost less to assemble than City paid for defender Nicolas Otamendi. So could the impossible happen? If so, it would be Cinderella, Rocky and the mighty Ducks rolled into one. The Foxes were 5,000 to 1 to win the league at the start of the season, and only one person in the whole of England took that bet. Just don't bet against it happening.
The colours are in our hands. Our dream.